Lately, I've been on a mission to check out the latest Gutenberg page builder plugins for WordPress. And I've got a few criteria these plugins need to meet to impress me. First, they must be easy to use. Second, they need to have a user-friendly interface. And third, they should be optimized for performance. Today, I'm diving into a new plugin to see whether it hits the mark. So, let's find out if this one is worth your time and meets my standards. Let's dive in.
And the plugin we're going to use today is called GutenKit Page Builder Blocks and Templates for Gutenberg Block Editor, the one you see on the screen right now. Fairly new plugin with approximately 300 active installations, 2 5-star reviews, and here are some key features for you to read. Now we're going to test whether it's any good, and that means let's go to the plugins, add new plugin, and after installing it you'll see the GutenKit menu on the left. As always, let's start with the settings, and under the settings you'll see there is an API integration. Currently there are some pro features and some upcoming features. Now, in this video I'm testing the free version, but there is also a pro version, the one you see on the screen right now. As you see, at the moment they have early bird pricing. That is, you'll get the 5-site license with the lifetime updates for $59. For 10 sites it's $89, and for unlimited sites it's $179. And once again, it contains lifetime update and support. I'm gonna put the link to the pro site in a video description so you can take a closer look at it. Now, back to the settings. Let's open up advanced settings. I can activate the unfiltered file upload. That is, I can upload any SVG file from media and GutenKit icon picker. I can activate whether to download remote images, and I can activate an option to use only global styles font. That is, you can exclusively utilize the global styles fonts, but please note that a block team is required to use this feature. Next one is asset generation. As you see, currently it says this feature will be available in the future releases. The same goes with the version control. Now there is a global CSS properties. I can activate add transition option, choose the transition style and the duration. Since I don't like the transitions, I deactivate it and leave it as this. Next, let's go to the modules. You'll see that there are icon packs, page settings, copy-paste style, and entrance animations. Those are for the free version. Scrolling effects, glass morphism, CSS transform, advanced tooltip, one-page scroll, dynamic content, sticky content, mouse tilt, and mouse track. Those are the pro features. For each of those there is a live demo link. If you click on it, for example, let's choose glass morphism, it will take us to the demo page, and this is the demo here. Based on your needs, just activate or deactivate the ones you don't need. I'm gonna leave those activated and move to the blocks. Currently it contains 52 blocks. If I counted it correctly, then 34 of those are free and 18 are pro blocks. And as previously, you can either deactivate those one by one or deactivate them all if needed, or activate them all. This is a nifty feature because if you don't use the donut progress bar, then reduce the clutter by deactivating it. The same goes with other options here. There is also an icon that displays your changelog. If you click here, then it will display the changelog and you'll see what has been changed. And that basically covers the settings area. Now let's go to the pages, add new page. Let's give it a title, for example, home. And now let's see what happens here. Before I proceed with the video, don't forget to smash that like button down below here. It means a lot to me and it also helps my channel. So I would appreciate your help. First, you'll see the GutenKit page settings icon. If you click on it, you can set the body style, margins, paddings, and you can set the background, whether it's classic, gradient, or image. Under the advanced, there are some pro features, but since I'm using the free version, there is nothing for me to configure here. Next, there is a template library. You open it up, you'll see there are patterns, templates, and pages. As you see, currently there are 448 patterns here. If there is a tag called Pro, then it requires GutenKit Blocks Pro version. If there is no such tag, then it's for free. What I would like to see here though, is an option to filter free and pro patterns, maybe on top of here or somewhere. Otherwise, it's a bit difficult to find the free patterns. Under the templates, you'll see all the templates. Currently, there are 6 templates here. It says how many pages every one of those contains. Agency portfolio contains 1, digital marketing contains 7 pages, and so on. If you click on it, you'll see the templates. Just click and you'll see what is what. There is also a live preview button. If you click on it, it opens up and you'll see it on a live site. So let's open up the agency portfolio and let's live preview it. Well, looks good. So let's import it. It took approximately 5 seconds, pretty fast. And with a couple of clicks, I imported a content. Now there is nothing else to do other than change the content here. One more thing, there is also a pages section here. And if you scroll down, you'll see that there is a big selection of different site pages. Contact page, service page, recipe menu page, about us page, pricing page, home style 3, and so on and so forth. Just scroll down and you'll see there are tens of those here. If there is no pro tag like the one here, then it's free. If there is a pro tag, then it requires GutenKit Blocks Pro version. Okay, now back to the editor. Now, as always with the Gutenberg, there is an option to customize the block. So let's select the container. And as you see, I can set the container width, whether it's full width, boxed, or custom. I can set the content width, whether it's boxed or full width, container box width. I suggest you to take a look at your theme settings and set the content box width based on your theme settings. For example, if in the theme settings it says that content box width is 1280 pixels, then set the same here. Now there are some item properties. As you see, those are the flex properties. You can set the direction, justify content, align items, and so on and so forth. Under the additional options, you can set whether the overflow is hidden, default, or auto. By default, it's hidden. Under the style, you can set the background, whether it's color, gradient, image, or video. You can set the background overlay and border. Under the advanced options, there are padding and margin options, z-index, position, whether it's absolute or fixed. Under the visibility, you toggle whether to hide it on the desktop, tablet, or mobile. And there are some motion effects for you. But as you see, if there is a lock icon, that it means it's only for pro version. If you need to add any other blocks, then click on the plus icon and you'll see all the available blocks here. For example, if you would like to add a heading, then just drag it in a place you would like it to display. Enter your information and you'll see all the customization options on the right again. You can choose the tag, whether it's H1, 2, or whatever it is. Add URL if needed. Show border if needed. You can add subtitle for this block, title description, shadow text, and add a separator. And usual styling options. Now, I'm gonna duplicate this one, change the style a bit. For example, I'm gonna align it to the center, add some margin, change the size. And now if I click on these 3 dots here, I can select GutenKit copy style. Next, if I click on the similar block, I can choose GutenKit paste style. And with a couple of clicks, I pasted all the styles. It's a great time saver. Okay, let's delete those 2 blocks. Let's publish it. And I'm going to open up a empty page. Let's test some other blocks. For example, let's take a look at the advanced accordion. This one here. I can select style, whether it's primary, curve, side curve, box icon, floating style. Awesome. I always like if there are predefined presets for us to choose. It's once again a good time saver. Next, let's take a look at the button, which most likely is one of the most used blocks. You can change the label, URL, icon, set the alignment, icon position, classical styling options, and some advanced options. Next, if you need to add the blog post to your pages, then there is a block for it. choose it here. There are 3 styles: block style, without thumbnail style, and with thumbnail style. Since I have a empty site, this post doesn't have any featured image, so only one post is displayed, but you can select how many columns will be displayed, image position, whether it's on top or on the left, image size, whether to display title and content. If you would like to display the button, then you can activate it here. What else do we have here? There is a dual button, this one. There is an image box, like this one, with 6 presets, the ones I'm gonna display right now. As you see, simple, classic, curve, floating box, hover border. If I hover it, you'll see there is a border down below here. Sideline, this one here, and shadow line, this here. Let's delete it and let's take a look at another block that may interest you. For example, there is a off canvas option here. This one. This is a preview. Let's add the regular image block here. Let's choose an image. This one, publish, done. Let's test it. And there it is, off canvas. In this way you can add all sorts of information or even menus over there. Okay, I'm gonna delete those 3 and let's test another one. For example, image comparison, this one here. Let's click on it and choose before image, after image, and this is a preview here. Image size, I can select whether it's vertical or horizontal. Horizontal is this one here, looks awesome. There is a progress bar, this one here, with 8 presets. Just take a look and choose the one you like the most. There is a post tab, post grid, advanced tab, icon, advanced image, and advanced paragraph. All sorts of blocks here. But in order to keep this video short, I'm not gonna go through all the blocks. This video just to give you a hint that there is a GutenKit Page Builder Blocks plugin available with all sorts of cool stuff. Now before we wrap it up, let's take a quick look at the Pro features. For example, there are a bunch of Pro blocks, Google Maps, fancy animated text, stylish list, and so on. You can even create advanced measure gallery with help of this plugin, this one here. So just click on the live demo button and you'll see what is what. You can add reading progress bar, flipbox, Lottie animations, charts. You can create image hover effects, add stylish lists, and under the modules you have CSS transfer, advanced tooltip, one-page scroll, parallax effects. But I would like to show you 3 blocks, and the first one is unfold. This one here. So what does it do? Let's change the title. Let's add some text here. Now under the content options I can select collapse content height. What does it do? Just to demonstrate, if we open it up, this is an unfold option. Now let's take a look at the next block I would like to show you, and this is called Query Builder, this one here. So you can start with a blank, you can choose between 4 variations. Let's choose, for example, this one here. It loads up, and now take a look at the structure down below here. If I select something, then you'll see there is a query builder, a query template, and the element itself. And I can customize every one of those. For example, let's choose query builder. First option is inherit query from template, that is from your team. If you deactivate this, then you can choose the query type, the post type, or if you have custom post types installed, you can choose also custom post type. If you would like to edit the query, just click here and you'll see you can choose a post type, post in, taxonomy, and so on. There is a taxonomy query, meta query, date query, author, MIME types, comment, status, password, and so on. You can tweak the pagination options, choose the ordering, and so on. Under the advanced, you can customize the layout, as with other blocks, position, background, border, visibility, some other pro version option, class morphism, CSS transform, sticky options, and so on. Now let's select something, and this time I'm gonna select query template. As you see, there is a layout type option, grid, slider, flex, block, Let's choose grid. Under the grid, you'll see there is a grid layout type, whether it's auto, manual, or masonry. So let's set the 2 columns, for example, row gap, columns gap. Under the style, some padding and background options, and the same options as before under the advanced options. I'm gonna go back with auto once again and select a featured image. Now there is a featured image specific options here: captions, image size, link to post or custom URL or media file. Under the style, some aspect ratio and width height options. You can add CSS filters and already familiar advanced options. Now let's select post info, and you'll see that you can drag and reorder the elements. You can clone the elements, select the type, whether it's author, date, time, comments, terms, or custom. Let's select terms. I can link them, choose whether the terms are categories or tags, number of terms. Maybe there are more than 2 or 3, then it would be wise to limit those. You can add some text here, that is before text. It appears here. You can choose the icon, whether it's default, none, or custom. You can upload your own custom icon here. If needed, then you can delete the items. Under the layout, there is a default or block. This is a block view. This is a default view. Some styling options: alignment left, center, right. You can add dividers and customize those here. And once again, familiar advanced options. There is a title. You can add post title before text, after text, title fallback text, linking option, HTML tag options, and title length option. Some styling and advanced options. If you don't like this layout, then you can delete it, add another one, start blank, and choose the one you like the most. Maybe it's this one here. Customize it as you like, and done. Next one, let's take a look at the navigation menu block. You can create your own menus. It's useful if you're using a block theme. Adding menus is easy. Just click on a plus icon, add your own link, add label, for example, services. If you would like to add submenus, then activate this option here. And now you can choose whether it's a drop-down or mega menu. Let's take a look at the drop-down. Let's add menu item here. Start with a link, label. Next one, repeat the process, label, and done. Now you can customize the menu itself. There is a styling options for you, whether it's justified on center or right or left, item alignments, menu animation. Under the styling, let's add a background color, for example, this black one. Under the menu items, let's choose text color as white. Hover color will be this orange, and active color will be also orange. Now let's add some menu item spacing, 25 pixels, maybe even 35. Menu wrapper, padding, 20 pixels. I can add border radius if needed, and done. I can customize the hamburger style here with the position and color, icon size. And now how to add mega menu is just click on the menu itself, select add submenu, choose mega menu, and now you'll see that there is a mega menu. You can add whatever you would like to add here. For example, let's add a list, this one here. Item 1, item 2, item 3. Now let's change the color. Now I'm gonna select the mega menu, margin top 30 pixels, background maybe white. Now I'm gonna duplicate this one and this one. Next I'm gonna choose a container. Columns gap will be, for example, 50 pixels. I can add whatever I would like to add here, for example, maybe image. Let's choose this one with 150 pixels, and done. Here's my mega menu. Sure, in order to keep it short, I'm not gonna go through all the options here, but you got the brief overview and most likely figure it out itself because it's pretty intuitive. And before I close this chapter, just as a reminder, Pro version has more patterns, templates, and pages for you to use. Now, as I mentioned earlier, currently there is a early bird pricing for a limited time available, so I'll put the link to the Pro version and to the free version in the video description. Now, before you go, I have made a separate video about 11 WordPress hidden features you'll regret not knowing before. This video is on the screen right now, so I would suggest you to take a closer look at it next. In the meantime, take care.